Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander Score Studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got an exciting one for you. I'm going to be talking about commanders that have absolutely crazy potential. With all that said, well, if you want to pick any of them up, make sure you check out that card list link in the description below. Now, with all that said, let's jump into them. First up, Skullbriar, the Walking Grave. Might start off like a tiny little creature that doesn't do basically anything, but hey, here's the thing. It gets absolutely massive and keeps its mass as well, no matter where it's going. A 1/1 zombie elemental with haste for 2 mana in Golgari. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put a counter on it. So again, right away, you get it out, you swing, you hit someone, it grows. And of course, yeah, double strike, it's doing it twice in a turn. That being said, yeah, any counters remain on Skullbriar as it moves to any zone other than a player's hand or library. So yeah, if you hit it with a graveyard, cool. If you hit in the command zone, cool. Here's what's happening. You keep all those counters. So those +1 counters that it's gaining, yes, it keeps those. But of course, it also gains any other counters you're giving it. Flying, indestructible, swamp walk. No, I don't think we have one of those counters yet, but all the kinds of counters you can give it, essentially, it keeps those. It dominates opponents by growing into a massive threat that still, even when it has been dealt with, is never really dealt with because it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It is such a fun commander, such a unique commander. There really is nothing else like it. It has so much potential. Build around it and dominate now. Next up, Prime Speaker Zegana. So much potential in so many ways for this one. A 1/1 Merfolk Wizard, just a tiny little 1/1 for 6 mana in Simic. Enters the battlefield with X counters on it, wrecks the greatest power among other creatures you control. Oh, and by the way, hey, when it enters, you draw cards equal to its power. A massive ETB in both ways. Number one, this is always going to be your biggest creature because when it comes into play, you get an insane amount of counters. Oh, and by the way, you draw an insane amount of cards. There are a lot of ways up there to get creatures out that just have an insane amount of power. Even if they don't do anything else, they're just like giant power creatures that sit and play like a beast of burden. You're like, oh yeah, cool, good for you. All right, awesome. By the way, Zegana comes in. Now it's a 13/13, and I just drew 13 cards. Of course, you got plenty of ways to blink this as well. You are in blue to reset it when you need to. Draw even more cards, do some crazy things. It is such a fun commander, such a solid commander, and one that, well, absolutely can dominate a table with all of its raw potential. Next up, potential for a different reason, we've got Baldin Sentry, Herdmaster, a 0/7 Human Warrior for 6 mana in white. That's right, mono white with a huge amount of potential here. During your turn, each creature assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. By the way, whenever Baldin attacks up to 100 target creatures, each gets +0/+X until end of turn. Wrecks the number of cards in your hand. Yeah, literally, again, just on the turn that you swing with this, let's say you've got a full grip. This by itself is going to be swinging essentially as a 14/14, basically. I mean, it's a 0/14, but it deals damage based on the toughness. You know what I mean. So this already on its own is going to be hitting incredibly hard. Also, all of your other creatures will too. Again, as long as you have, 100 creatures, or less, essentially. Being able to just absolutely dominate the table by getting this out, by swinging with a bunch of high toughness creatures, and by going, yeah, let's just pump all of them as long as I've got less than 100 in total, essentially, right? Or 100 or less, I should say. And you can absolutely grow your hand size throughout the game as well. Such a solid commander, such a fun commander, and one that has an insane amount of potential. Next up, Ashaya, Soul of the Wild, has so much potential. A star elemental for 5 mana in green. Power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Oh, and by the way, non-token creatures you control are forest lands, just other types. Basically, yeah, there's a good amount of commanders out there that are like, hey, yeah, power based on lands. This one's like, oh yeah, lands, but also creatures too. Yeah, non-token creatures specifically, but still, creatures too. Oh, and by the way, those creatures also now give me mana because they're also lands. Yeah, turning your creatures into lands can do some really disgusting and amazing things, basically. You could definitely do some infinite combos with this as well. There's potential in that realm too. But yeah, just literally going like, hey, what we're going to be doing is getting this out, hitting for a truck ton of damage and getting a truck ton of mana all at the same time. Yeah, you are able to absolutely dominate the game with this. And yeah, I mean, just basically hit your opponents like a semi-truck as well, because this is going to be the biggest creature on the board by far. Gaining again based off of your lands, which again, you are in green. You've got the best ways to land ramp on top of being able to just dominate by being able to just grow your army and play, because you get all that mana essentially too, and then this swings. Have fun with this one. Moving on, Treebeard Gracious hosts a 0/5 tree folk with trample on Ward 2 for 4 mana and Selesnya. If that was it, it'd be pretty terrible. But it's not, because when it's about to get 2 food tokens, okay, it'd still be pretty bad. Anyways, but why it's good is, whenever you gain life, you get that many counters on target halfling or tree folk. Yeah, that is absolutely insane. Being able to get an insane amount of counters on this super easily, because here's the thing. Life gain is very, very easy in Commander. There are so many ways to gain an insane amount of life. There are life doubling cards. So again, let's say that you're at 40. You just play one of those life doubling cards, which there are, again, multiple, many of them, really, like, you know, Beacon of Immortality, sure, okay, whatever, at instant speed, and going like, oh yeah, I'll gain 40 life. Cool. All right, I get 40 counters on this creature, which has Ward 2, so it's protected in some ways, too, as well. It's got trample as well. It's got 40 power. Yeah, it's turn, I don't know, 4? Cool. All right, swing. You're gone. Goodbye. Or how about a card like Congregate? You know, essentially 4 mana, instant speed, gain 2 life for each creature on the board. Again, that's variable, but hey, you're playing multiplayer. Let's say there's even just 10 creatures on the board, just 10, which again, that's very easy to get to with 4 players out there. That's 20 extra power just coming out of nowhere. Yeah, this is a commander that can absolutely hit super hard out of nowhere. So much potential to grow throughout the game. And again, you're in white as well. Have fun with all that double striking. You're in green as well. Have fun with that doubling of power too. Have fun with this one. Speaking of out of nowhere, Kianne Corrupted Memory, a 2/2 illusion for 4 mana in Simic. If its power is even, you may cast non-creature spells that add flash. Power is on, you may cast creature spells that add flash. Oh, and by the way, if you're drawing a card, you get a counter on Kianne. Yeah, this is an insane commander. Basically a Vidalcan Orrery that kind of flips on and off between non-creature and creature spells, basically, on what you can cast at instant speed, which is amazing. But also, hey, yeah, underrated on this card. Drawing cards gets counters on it, which means that this can absolutely come super massive in super no time. Again, you're already incentivized in Commander, obviously, to draw an insane amount of cards and have a giant hand. And this says, hey, do that. You can manipulate the number of cards you have, essentially, which manipulates what you can play at flash speed, which is great. But of course, you could also just go, yeah, what we're doing is we are, well, just growing this out of absolutely nowhere. Of course, we got ways to give it trample, ways to give it evasion in blue as well, ways to make it unblockable, really, or at the very least, give it flying and go through. But yeah, you can just like go, okay, I'm swinging. Cool. All right, what are you at? All right, you're at that. Yeah, let's cast this pull for tomorrow for this. I draw this many cards, and you're gone. Bye-bye. Yeah, it is commander with so much potential again. It has the ability to just grow so quickly. And again, let you play and break the game, basically, on your opponent's turns when you shouldn't be able to play certain cards. Next up, your opponents can help you out with this one, and they will. And of course, you can help yourself out by choosing a great partner for it. Ishai, Ojutai, Dragonspeaker is a threat even if you don't have another partner for it, essentially, but you will. A 1/1 bird monk with flying for 4 mana in Azorius. Whenever opponent casts a spell, put a counter on Ishai, Ojutai, Dragonspeaker. Yeah, literally like a Mana Gorger Hydra, essentially, only for your opponent's spells, but still. But out of the command zone, and it's evasive. This is insanely good. Again, its potential is literally based on what your opponents are doing. They're going to be casting spells. They just can't help themselves from casting spells. If they choose not to cast spells, they're just going to lose the game. So, yeah, you basically just go, hey, this is coming into play. I have another partner as well that can help out in other ways, and there's plenty of great partners for this one. But yeah, being able to go, oh yeah, this coming into play, and here it is. It's an amazing commander, and you grow it for me. You do all the work for me, and then I smack you in the face with my evasive giant commander, which I probably have plenty of ways to give double strike to, and will one-shot KO basically anyone. So much potential for this one, so much fun for this one, and again, you can pick and choose. You can swap around those partner commanders, and you can make a lot of different builds around this. Moving on, Elenda the Dusk Rose, a 1/1 Vampire Knight with lifelink for 4 mana and Orzhov. Whenever another creature dies, put a counter on Elenda the Dusk Rose. Whenever Elenda dies, you get X 1/1 white Vampire creature with lifelink for X Elenda's power. So this is one with the potential to go tall and go wide, basically all at the same time. This one grows based off of any creature dying, not just your own. And also, it doesn't specify non-token, which is amazing. So yeah, make it a Aristocrat style build around this one, get a ton of creatures into play, sacrifice them, make this absolutely massive, and then maybe cast like a Feign Death type effect on this one, where it's like, hey, if you're gonna die, you come right back. And then you're like, okay, cool, Viserys, sacrifice that, thank you. It goes, it comes back, and all of a sudden, well, you have an insane amount of vampires in play, which then when they die, as long as Elenda's back in play, which it will be because you Feign Deathed it, hey, it gets counters again. So yeah, you have an Aristocrat style build around this one that can absolutely grow in so much time. You also can utilize Edict effects to just decimate your opponent's boards while growing your own, essentially. There is so much potential for this one for board control while also maintaining a giant army while also having the biggest creature on the board that has lifelink too. There is so much going on with Elenda, and it is so much fun. Next up, Coram the Undertaker. I mean, this one might have the most potential when it comes to getting the most power the most quickly. A 0/5 human warrior for 4 mana in Jund. It gets plus X+0, X the greatest power among creatures in all graveyards, every graveyard. Attack display mills a card during each of your turns. You may play a land and cast spell from among cards in graveyards that are put there from libraries this turn. Yeah, this is one where it's like, oh, hey, yeah, opponents, help me out here. Okay, do you have some massive creatures in your graveyard? Oh, you do. Thank you. Oh, you've got a Galta in your graveyard. Thank you. That's 12 power for me just for literally getting this into play and attacking once, and I milled something great. Or if I Edict effect an opponent, if I take out a creature, essentially, or if I literally just go, you know what? You're not really helping me, opponents. You don't really have anything good in your graveyards. Let me just go help myself. I'm going to go tutor up, like an Entomb type effect. Any creature out of my deck, put it right in my graveyard. Oh, a Lord of Extinction. Cool. All right. There's 30 power, essentially. Okay. You can just turn this one into the biggest creature on the board so quickly that your opponent's heads will spin. And then you'll take your opponents out with it. And obviously, you're in some amazing colors. Essentially, you got ways to give this double strike, ways to give it evasion, essentially, that black as well, ways to give it trample to get through damage as well, ways to double up power, too. You got all those ways in red and green. It is such a fun commander and one that, again, has so much potential for hitting so incredibly hard. And finally, a newer commander that absolutely can grow monstrously large very quickly. A 1/1 mutant ninja human that's Super Shredder for 2 mana in black. It's got Menace. On top of that, whenever another permanent leaves the battlefield, you get a counter on Super Shredder. Yeah, this is absolutely insane. This is a crazy commander because you literally just throw it into play and you're like, all right, whenever anything leaves the battlefield, anything. Doesn't say non-token, okay? And it doesn't say just your stuff. It's everyone's cards leaving the battlefield. And you're like, yeah, okay, this just becomes absolutely massive in absolutely no time. If a player puts a treasure token to play, sacrifices that. Evolving Wilds, good for them. Any kind of fetch lane, good, that's gone. Okay, creatures, of course, you've got Edict effects. You got ways to take out your opponent's creatures. You got ways to do one-sided board wipes. You got all these ways, essentially, to just punish your opponents. And even if they're not being punished, you're just like, yeah, okay, you just played that. You just sacrificed 5 treasures. Cool, all right, awesome. I get 5 counters on this. Good for me. This can grow to absolutely massive sizes. It's already got some evasion with that Menace. You got other ways to give it evasion, too. Obviously, in mono black, you got ways to do that. Ways to make it even more powerful. Ways to even give it lifelink, gain some life, too. It's got so much potential, and it hits so incredibly hard, so incredibly quickly. And with that, this episode is coming to a close, so it's my turn to hear from you. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts are on this episode. And of course, as always, thanks again, and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.